On this week's episode, we talk about Disclosure Day.
And other pop culture news from the week.
It's It's Disclosure Day.
That's good. That's good, babe.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw Disclosure Day, the new Steven Spielberg movie about aliens. Has been a while since he did with that, but he has some classics.
It's definitely his baby, and like some of his best movies were about this. Close Encounters of the Third Kind and E.T. all deal with like aliens coming to Earth and humans and children interacting with them and how that changes people and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
So the movie, we saw it on IMAX, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of the movies that you're gonna have a chance to see IMAX. Some big summer movies, you're not gonna have a chance. For one, Spider-Man Brand New Day, you're not gonna have a chance because Uncle Nolan took the IMAX.
Yeah.
Because if anything, he deserved because
He actually filmed for
he
IMAX.
films in
Yeah.
75 millimeters IMAX. So sure, you can have it. It would be terrible if it would be the other way around. He shoots in IMAX and then the other guy gets it that has a transfer. But anyways, so this one we saw in IMAX. It's a fun ride. It's a Spielberg movie, and you can tell there's some things that are not very Spielberg-ish. They are, but they don't fit on this type of Spielberg movie because he did some dramas, he did some serious movies, and in this one he makes a little bit of drama of reality. In this case, pseudo reality, and the fun jumping on trains, moving trains and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The movie is technically really well done. Music, editing, photography, directing, writing.
Photography is so beautiful.
I guess writing is not that bad. But I think for me personally, it fails on the sense that this joke that I did, right? The click, the weird alien voice, and in this movie, there's the trailer comes like surrounded with mystery and urban mysticism about these things that might exist, might not exist. We have science, we have pseudoscience, we don't have science. And are they hiding? Are they not hiding? So there's a lot. And then you come up with a movie called Disclosure Day, right? And a lot of it's on the realm of reality. A lot of expand on that. Because the subject is not a concrete subject. It's the science behind it is speculative. Is a lot of rumors and a lot of nowadays with deep fakes and AIs. Who knows how worse would that get? But anyways, my point is. It's predictable in a sense. There's not a lot of surprises. The main characters, they're not bad, but you don't fall in love with them. It's not like he's like, you really rooting for them. They are okay. Which again, it's probably again talking in Spielberg fiction and Spielberg reality or close to reality. I don't know. I don't know if you feel like that. I don't know if it's the acting or the actors he picked. It's like you're rooting for them, but it's like they didn't hook me.
Yeah, the more I've thought about it, so I really enjoyed the movie while we were in the theater. Despite there's some clumsy dialogue, a couple moments where I wasn't really sure what the goal was, a couple lines that hit weird. But I enjoyed the experience. But now as we walk away and you think about it, kind of like the hype of being in the theater and the IMAX and wow, all that stuff dies down. Like, I feel like the movie kind of fell flat, but I don't feel like I can really tell you why. Because it has the cast. I thought the cast was really good. You've got Coleman Domingo and Colin Firth and Emily Blunt and I can't remember the.
Firth? Who's Colin Firth?
He's the British, he's the villain, the big villain.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Colin Firth. Okay, never mind. Because
Yeah,
another show that may or might not have aliens
Yeah,
coming,
that's
but
true.
anyways, we talk about that later.
No, this is Colin Firth.
Okay.
Anyway, so like a wonderful cast, and
What's the name of the young guy?
I can't remember.
Isn't it Colin too?
Is it Callum Turner?
No,
that's the other one.
No, that's the other one.
Who looks a lot like
yeah,
him.
They're both British.
Yeah, no, my brain just turned off. I will not be able to have that information.
Okay,
for
you go check. You keep going.
Yeah, so and then like the photography, it's like noticeably beautiful. Like it has like depth and warmth and color to it that we don't see very much anymore. The score, like I did not know that John Williams did the score going in, but listening to the score, I was like, dang, this is John Williams. This is so beautiful. This is great.
It might be his last.
It might be his last.
It might not.
I don't know.
Spielberg calls. John Williams open his drawers, grabs the baton. It's like, let's go.
Right. So yeah, I can't really tell you why, but yeah, it just did kind of fall flat. I think there were some cop outs at the end. I think there was maybe because it was kind of agenda driven. Like he had like a clear message he wanted to give us, and so instead of being like story narrative character driven, it was like maybe agenda driven. Also, I feel like if you've watched Steven Spielberg movies before, you've already seen this movie.
Yeah.
If you've seen like this is Close Encounters with like a little dash of E.T.
On the light speed press age, the age of communications where like something happens here and it's like the entire world gets to know. So it is in close contact, close encounters. It's that small town, right? It happens there. Maybe the local newspaper guy is there, but it happens there and stays there. This one gets.
Well, it doesn't. It happens like we're following a few different people. But they're disconnected until they all come together at the mountain.
Yeah, but this one is in a global scale. The information, the
Yeah.
disclosure is for the entire world, which I have problems with that, but you keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I feel like everyone did a good job at what they had to do, but it just... Like Emily Blunt, like these are all great actors. They did a wonderful job. Like I said, it's beautifully photographed. And there's all these moments where I feel like a lot of what I liked about it was actually just Spielberg nostalgia, because I love Spielberg and like his movies were like big parts of like my childhood and coming of age and everything. So like he mentioned the train scene. It's like, oh, this guy in trains and like, oh, this guy in like slapstick villain henchman. Oh, this guy, I love this guy. But was the movie itself actually that good? Not. Go watch Close Encounters again. I feel like.
My major problems with the movie is one you mentioned, and then I realized that it's kind of dumb. But that one I kind of like, sure, whatever. Is like they rebuild someone's house like to the minimal detail, with 1990s information. It feels nowadays you have screens everywhere.
Yeah.
You have AI to help you extrapolate some information.
Yeah, and like we've posted, but like we do this podcast, and there's like bajillions of photos that we post online that are accessible to anybody.
Yeah, and everybody do through social media, or most people do. So it's there's a lot of visual information and everything else you can extrapolate using AI or using other sort of technology from the 90s. That even the fanciest, richest family that had cameras that would like record themselves. There's not a lot, but anyways,
and it's hard to access.
True,
it's not like it's online.
Yeah,
you have to go like dig it out somewhere if it's still preserved.
Yeah, but anyways, my biggest problem with that, it was at the moment of revelation, the actually disclosure day, and so there's footage. There's like. Spoiler alert, we've been hiding this for all this time, which again is not there's like, wow, it's like people say that for ages, so that's not super nuanced, creative, or people claim that Roswell and even before that. So there's that we've been having contacts, encounters with aliens, and we've been hiding, and that's the United States. And not even talk about the other countries because for some reason the aliens like the northeast of the United States, and maybe a little bit of Canada, but I guess they don't go to Canada because, well, reasons. So that's being hidden. There's an organization, a paramilitary organization that is working to protect this secret. And
Or
there's
exploit the secret, you might say.
both. And there's a leak. There's a guy that could be adult Elliot from ET, and he start exposing that. He wants to expose that. And there's this girl that has a
Josh O'Connor.
Okay, so he and there's this girl that has a connection with an alien, so she's starting having like sort of alien powers, and they've been together to expose that in the media. They do in the local media, and here comes my problem. The local media calls national that is dealing with a big international crisis, say, hey, you should see this, and then they see that, it's like, take the crisis down. Let's see about that. Let's show the world that, and then the other channels see that and start getting curious. So, and then it's like, say, shut off the transponder. Let's send this to everybody in the media, which is like, that absolutely would never happen. And I'm telling, global scale, real live events. I'm not even talking about this one is like old footage, unvetted, uncertified. It's like, let's say, an actual alien invasion happening now, or the second coming of Jesus Christ live for everybody to see. Channels would still like, no, this is exclusive. It's not gonna share. And there's one guy on the room that says, it's like, let's make it exclusive. And then there's it's like the little woke things that are always like, it's like this white guy says that, right? And then there's this black lady that said, no, we should share, because she's anyways. But
I thought it totally tracked that it would be a woman who's like, no, this is bigger than corporate nonsense.
But anyway, it's like, sure, it could be, maybe it would be a woman, but it's like the way they do in the movies is like, it's purposely for an agenda. But besides that, it's like, and then at that point it was like, I don't know if they would. It's like to self-criticizing the word of the role of the press, because they do the same thing they did without not saying anything. Just the anchor, right? So they call national, and we don't hear what national says. All the discussion, right? And then national picks it up, and then every other channel pick it up, but we don't know. There's like, oh, this holders of the light are working together to give us this information that so far is unvetted. But anyways, so that was, I mean, a movie was okay at that point, and then at that point it was like escapism, right? We are in this other world, and then when they do that, it's like, oh jeez, you're trying too much. I cannot escape to the world. You're going alone in this journey, because come on, so aliens, fine. This, absolutely not.
For me, it broke down at a different point. It was actually kind of depressing because it wasn't that like, okay, fine, like corporate journalism, whatever, like fine, let them have their self-aggrandizing moment. But
just one tiny little bit before you. So about journalism, there's one cool thing. At least I thought it was cool. The anchor on the news, right? She's actually a former news anchor that dropped out of news to become an actress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
because she was really convincing.
I mean, she used to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That tracks. That tracks.
So that's cool because
Okay, that tracks. Because quite often, like, you can tell, like, oh my gosh, you were acting this so hard, but she seemed like really natural and convincing.
To that point, that the only good news anchor is the guy from Parks, as a Bert.
Yes, Perd Hapley.
Perd, yeah, and we see him like in several other shows. Anyway.
Implying a broader Pawneeverse.
Yeah.
Anyway, where's it? Oh yeah. For me, the breakdown was, I feel like this could have hit a little harder maybe like 10, 15 years ago. But in the last couple of years, we've had a couple moments where where our government, like the American government and also like the Mexican government weirdly came out, were like, okay guys, we're releasing the UFO files.
Yeah.
The government's saying stuff for UAPs or whatever.
Actual image.
Yeah, like here's actual images, here's actual footage, and people just don't care. Like I feel like you can chalk it up to a lot of things. For me personally, I think it's the massive breakdown of trust during and after the pandemic and the way that was all handled. But I feel like at this point, the government can come out and be like, "Yep, here's this big conspiracy," and we're like, like I feel like people don't believe it. So the idea of the whole world like staring at their phones and being like, "Oh my gosh, this changes everything." I just don't think people would react that way. Yeah. I don't think it would be like a unifying, transcendent moment the way it was in the movie. And in the movie, if you're willing to go along on that journey, it does feel unifying and transcendent and beautiful and like, oh, humans are being so petty. Like there's a bigger universe. There's more meaning and everything. But I just don't think people would react that way anymore.
That's true.
I think right away there would be, we would all fall into our usual camps of, one group being like, this is all fake, it's all conspiracies, and another group being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the government's doing this, and
Yeah.
So that was actually kind of depressing.
Because it's the press showing it. It's not something you saw on the internet. It's something you saw on the internet from a news network. Anyways, it's kind of dumb. But
anyway.
Yeah, it's like the crisis of some people call post-truth society.
Yes.
And the crisis of believability. Now it's tough. It's ridiculous because never in the history of mankind we would believe in such things as like the flat Earth or the transgender nonsense, and that's like huge. Even though small compared to the majority, they believe in such things they'll never think. But because of the ocean of information we have, some things will get a voice and we'll believe, and some things will be ignored. And this whole alien thing, I don't know, maybe if at the end the message was a concrete message that we're gonna be invaded, or even like the Green Initiative message that the aliens came here to say, you have to save your Earth because we lost our Earth same way. I don't know. It was simple and open, and I think it was too open as listen. And that's, I don't know.
Which is a nice thought, but like I don't know.
But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think we've kind of belabored the point a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, it's a Spielberg movie. If you're a Spielberg fan, you should go watch. I don't think it's one that it's still a Spielberg movie. It's well done. The message and the whole thing, it kind of gets lost. It gets a little bit long and drags because things are either not going as fast as they could, or what they're gonna get anyways. So that kind of affect. Yeah, just a little bit about this press thing we were talking about. Tom Hanks on the red carpet for the new Toy Story 5.
Oh,
some MSNBC, now called MSN Now, approached Tom Hanks to talk to him. And then he was like, I was like, okay, let's talk to the 800 people that are watching MSN Now. And the reporter, no, add 10 to that. It's like, sure, whatever. Sure. Anyways, the other thing we watched is a movie that premieres today in New York City. So if you're already recovering from the hangover from celebrating,
I believe it's pronounced New York City.
Yeah. If you recover from the hangover from celebrating the Knicks NBA championship after
way to go, guys.
57 years, something like that. Yeah.
No, like truly my entire life, I feel like the Knicks have been a joke.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't really follow NBA very much, but I feel like the Knicks are it's just kind of an implied punchline. Like, oh yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, every 57 years, they're not a joke. And this time they won.
This is exciting.
And with a lot of people celebrating, like real true fans, a lot of posers too. But anyways, if you recover from they had a parade, like huge, like so many people. There's pictures. Yeah. But if you recover from the parade, and you want to watch a very quiet, very introspective movie. This movie comes out in New York, premieres in New York. It's called Goat Girl. It's La Niña de la Cabra.
Yeah.
It's a Spanish movie from a Spanish filmmaker, Asensio. Oh, didn't I put her name there?
Oh, you did not, but I'm on it.
Yeah, and okay.
What was she? We were interested because of another Ana Asensio.
Asensio. She wrote, she directed, and she voices the adult character narrator that tells the story, her story, us when she was a kid. The character.
Yes.
And she won. She's known by winning the South by Southwest award for her previous movie. So this is a brand new movie, and it comes out in New York, and tells the story of a little girl named Elena and her relationship with her parents, with her peers in school, and one in special with this gypsy girl that's in the neighborhood that perform right in the neighborhood with a goat.
Yeah.
And then there's the goat. Oh, and of course it's a moment in her life. There's a very tragic water dividing moment. That's when her grandma dies.
And this is all happening as she's preparing for her first communion.
Yeah.
So it's a really beautiful, like, I thought it was really beautiful, kind of like coming of age where she's trying to figure out like who she is and the world, and kind of grappling with some big questions of like what even happens after death, and
Family, death, religion, and even a
what do
little
I believe, who do I trust?
even a little bit of social interactions with her peers in school, and with this girl, that the people with prejudice, that look at that group of people.
Yeah. It actually reminded me a lot of a really lovely French film from the 90s, I think, called Ponette, which is about a 4-year-old girl whose mother dies at the beginning. But it's very similar in that the whole thing is from her perspective. Like, the camera is pretty much always at her level, so we like look up to adults. We're kind of looking at the world from her perspective. It's very quiet. It's not heavy-handed at all. And we're just like really close up on this little girl as she kind of navigates the world and figures things out. So it was very similar to that one, in good ways. But I liked it. I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, and the girl does a very good job.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very very young cute girl that everything she says, it feels, I don't know, it feels really natural. I'm sure if I can tell that a little girl that little could be that good of an actress.
Right. It's tough to chat. Like, is this an example of like a tremendously talented child or a very talented director? Like working with a child. Either way, it was successful. It could be both. Yeah.
But it's a very 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 good movie. From this Asensio.
Our daughters are right around this age, so
yeah.
I feel like.
And there's this whole, and I mean of course, as parents, we see this with parents' eyes, especially having girls with that age. You know, this whole thing that maybe for single people or for younger people, they would like feel like, you know, like running away and going, you know, trying new things, explore the world. Now we see that's like, what the heck, this girl is like,
yeah.
You know, the anxiety of having that happening is quite a differential if you're a parent or a grandparent or an uncle, if you have little ones near you. Anyways, but no, it was good. I'm really glad the producers got in touch for us to watch this, to review this. We fully recommend.
Yes.
You should check. If you're in New York, the movie is premiering in New York initially. Maybe we'll be able to see if it gets distribution. If you're able to see in other ways, in other places of the country. If not, in the near future, maybe in streaming. So we fully recommend you should go see it. What's the rating?
That's a good question. I was just checking. It gets tricky with foreign films. I don't see a rating.
That's the director. You want to see the movie?
Oh, right. No, still don't see a rating.
Yeah.
La Niña de la Cabra, Goat Girl.
Goat Girl. Okay, again.
like it's definitely geared towards adults.
Oh,
like I know it's like POV this little girl, but it's definitely geared towards adults.
Yeah.
But I don't recall anything.
And it's been more
terribly,
realistic, right? It's an adult telling the story. Even though we follow the story as the girl is narrated by, and that makes me think when the girl is saying those lines, it's really the girl saying. Is that girl that level of intellect on that girl? Is that high? Is that girl saying those lines, understanding or not understanding, or is the adult narrator speaking to the girl's voice?
Yeah.
You know? Either way, it works. It's really good. It's really beautiful. The relationship with her grandma, in the lost, in the heart and mind of a child, wanting to hold the things that belong to her grandma, and then the parents want to move on. She's like, no, I don't want to move on. And no, I really liked it.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about there. This is like this. I feel like this is like all the best things, all the very good things that you see coming out of European cinema, where it's like a little bit more like slower, more thoughtful. There's no drive to be like a big blockbuster. It's like it's very good. It's very artistic without being pretentious, because we can definitely go that direction. This one's not pretentious. This is just really lovely, thoughtful, meaningful storytelling.
Yes. And again, if you wanna watch on the big screen, if you have the opportunity in New York City, you can go check. And again, thank you for the producers for reaching out for us to be able to see this and share. Which, again, this one I recommend. If it's bad, we wouldn't. But this one was genuinely good. And if you're a producer or a director, or filmmaker out there, and you wanted to send us shout out, if you wanted to send us your movie, feel free to contact our email. We will watch a movie and we will talk about it. But be prepared. If it sucks, like this next one, you will hear about it. Yeah.
This next one being Masters of the Universe.
I didn't think it sucked. I thought it was fun.
He had a good time. He was laughing the whole time.
Yeah. So let's.
You tell us.
No, you start.
Okay, this one.
Because I learned some things about some of the things you're gonna say.
Yeah.
And it might help you. I mean, it's not gonna help you hate it. You hate it. That's it. Let's go.
Okay, let's take this with a massive caveat. I have not watched
because she's a She-Ra fan.
Well,
she hates He-Man.
No, that's nothing to do with it.
Against the boy. I'm kidding.
I have not watched much of the animation.
Okay, so let's stop there then.
No, but let me just.
Yeah, go.
From the trailer, I saw enormous potential in this film to be something that was like sincere and meaningful, but still like lighthearted and silly. We talked about this before on the podcast. That this looked like they were just going to lean into the fantasy, lean into like the childlike fantasy of all this without, and just like embracing the cheese and making something wonderful out of it. And it looked spectacular, and the music was phenomenal, and the casting I think was perfect. The script I thought was just garbage because it was just like silly. It was, but not in a good way or in a meaningful way. It was just like really dumb, like low-hanging fruit jokes. And so they compromised all these moments where that could have been like something like sincere and fun and endearing and enjoyable, and instead they were just like setups for really, really like low-hanging, cheap euphemism sex jokes. Like I was so disappointed. There were so many plot holes, which like we can forgive a plot hole if you're taking us somewhere good, and we just didn't get anywhere good. So I was really disappointed in the film. There were definitely some great like Dolph Lundgren had a phenomenal cameo that was really well done.
I call back to the original Masters of the Universe movie.
Yes.
Even the line he uses.
Yeah, he was cool. Like, good journey. I'm like, oh man. He's like, oh, you're taking my spot.
Yeah.
So definitely some really good things going on here, but I think for me, like the potential was so high and the payout was just not there. And I feel like everything that made me sad about it, everything that was disappointing could have been fixed. Like we could have had the same sets, the same actors. All we needed was like a couple of different lines. And we could have had something that was like still like silly and fun and lighthearted, but also had some sincerity and some like heart and some meat to it. And they just failed for the sake of, again, I cannot emphasize enough how stupid and lame so many of these jokes were.
Yeah.
And, like, come on.
Okay. You done?
I'm done.
Okay, let me talk for the boys now.
I think the boys deserve better too.
Sure, okay.
This isn't me being a girl. This is me being, like, I was a girl who grew up, I played with G.I. Joe.
Yes.
I played with King Arthur and Robin Hood.
You played He-Man?
I didn't have any He-Man, but
Okay.
I think for sure I would have gotten into it because I played games like He-Man. Like,
Okay.
I was the target audience.
Okay, sure.
And I blew it.
Okay, so let's see what let me tell you what I saw. The movie. I mean, some of these problems, some of these, let's call it is, like those gay jokes, about sex and about men and feelings. It's like they overdone. Some work, some don't work, but it's like they take you on a journey that it doesn't quite change, and that's what probably one of the problems with the movie is, like, the beginning sort of reminds us of what they did on Thor, right? We have this god or semi demigod. That's how you say in English, right? Not semi.
Yeah,
In
demigod.
Portuguese we say semi, but we have this demigod. And on our Earth, and dealing with the stupidity of this Earth when he has much bigger problems to deal. And same way as Thor does in a naive or who calls that way, he exposes his truth to people here, and people laugh. He goes to dates and the dates run away. So it starts like that, and there's a funny moments with that, and then the journey goes, and he goes back to his reality, to his universe, and some of the jokes remain, and then you have some new characters showing up, and the jokes remain and even get bigger, which is understandable because some of the characters, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, is a franchise of animation that came out of toys. Some geniuses, and I'm not saying this lightly, some really intelligent people create toys out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, and create,
How
like,
do we market these toys?
and they create small stories, and it's like, we need to sell more. How we market them, and then they create an animation for it. It's like the other way around with everything that happens nowadays. They had licensing for toys and then licensing for animation. Nowadays you have licensing for animation or TV, and then you create toys. Anyways, so, and from that there was like, it's campy, it's silly, it has some mythos, but it has some things that grew up in our minds that became...
Yeah, it's a cultural fixture with like real staying power.
Yeah, and there's like and even with the rise of the internet, it gained different proportions because there's memes.
Yes.
There's things that when we were kids, we enjoyed that, we made fun of that. Now we put on the internet and eternalize as memes. So all that together, so it has a lot of that. I feel like the problem with this, and is so we have Marvel movies and have James Gunn movies. Marvel movies start in a similar fashion with jokes, funny, taking you to the journey. And then at the middle, I feel like it's getting too much. There's like too much jokes. But then at some point, it starts getting serious because you have to solve this. You have to fix this. And I don't know, Tony Stark will die or Black Widow will die. Just to pick one movie, right? And you have James Gunn movies that they are have the jokes. And at the very end of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which some people consider his best, he's fighting the bad guy with dance moves. So it crossed
like the joke kind of like guts the heart of the movie.
And my point is like there's a moment that's like, that's enough. And with Masters of the Universe, it extrapolates that. It gets to a point that's like, we should stop joking at this point because people's lives are at stake here. I'm the prince. I'm the champion of this universe. I'm the master of this universe. I'm fighting this villain. And then he makes jokes. The villain makes jokes. It gets like... besides the fact that the movie is 2 hours and...
Is it 2 hours and 20 minutes?
20 minutes. It's too long. It drags. And they wanted to put everything there. and they could take a lot out, including some of those jokes about men's and feelings and HR and those stupid things from our reality.
Give him some head, Ram Man. Like, are you kidding me?
Which is some of the stuff that it's like he was living among our primitive race and our stupid philosophies, and he brings that with him. It's like, no, it's like with Thor, it was the opposite. He brought their stuff here. If anything, the only thing he took from our place here was love from mankind. He starts believing on us more than the monkeys that some of the Asgardian gods would believe. But anyways, I feel sad because not only because of some of the problems, but
also I did yell at him in the car about how disappointed I was, which maybe didn't help. But like for the first 20 minutes after we walked into the theater, and I was like, and another thing.
but I feel disappointed. Not because she hated. I see a lot of people that hate it for different reasons. I see a lot of people that liked it for different reasons. But what I feel sad is the most is like same reasons I feel sad about the Dungeons and Dragons movie. There was a fun movie. It was not bad, but they didn't reach the mark. They flopped. They didn't make enough money. So we're never gonna see more. And maybe more would mean it would go to a different route. It would improve. Maybe it would suck even more. But,
it's possible.
But one of the reasons I went to do some research.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why the writing is problematic, it's can you open IMDb? Tell me how many people wrote this movie.
Oh, is it a bajillion? Is it so many people? While I look this up, I think Thor, the first Thor. Oh, I even typed in Thor. The first Thor movie. That's the wrong Masters of the Universe. I'm gonna stop talking.
If you put Masters, it will pop. No.
No, it does, but I hit the 1987 version.
That one that takes the Masters of the
Chris Butler, 5 others, 6 writers.
So the original Masters of the Universe takes itself serious to from beginning to end, and again, if you watch that and you come to this, it's a lot of nobody takes themselves serious. Like there's a sword that everybody wants, and the sword falls, and nobody
drops it constantly. That sword spends most of the movie on the ground, or most of its screen time rather on the ground, and nobody picks it up. For me, that was the moment I was like, you know what? You guys deserve this. Like you all deserve each other.
I don't know. I think it was bad, but it's like.
Jared Leto's performance is the highlight of this film. The heck is happening?
You go watch He-Man and it's the stuff we saw on He-Man, and it's like it was so dumb. It was so silly, and we loved it. It's kind of like when you see stuff like that, it's like I just laugh. It's like it's not Tolkien. You're not gonna find Tolkien there.
I don't want Tolkien, but I think Thor though is a perfect movie to compare this to because I feel like there's very similar potential and honestly very similar storylines. Like young blonde prince gets cast off into our mortal world.
Thor's not young; he's 900 years.
Sure, but our immature. Blonde prince is cast off into another world and has to go on a journey to come back and save his world,
to find his
weapons, to be worthiness, to be worthy of all. This is a very similar storyline, and also very similar source material. Well, a similar level of camp and silliness in the source material.
Asgardian gods are camp.
Maybe Marvel ones are let's be real. I He-Man is definitely campier, but still, but I feel like Thor, and Kenneth Branagh, I think he found that perfect note of, it was very, very funny.
Why? Do you know why he never came back?
I don't know, maybe one and done, maybe they didn't pay him enough. Maybe he thought,
he did a good job, but...
I've done my work here.
He paid off his mansion, and he's like, okay, I ought to be a sir. He's a servant.
He's got to be.
I mean,
if he's not...
Yeah, let's call Charles.
Yeah, get on it.
Yeah.
The king. Anyway, so and maybe that's what makes this more disappointing. We know it can be done, that you can embrace the silly and the camp, and you can tell the jokes, and it can be funny, but it can also have some sincerity and heart to it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
so 6 writers.
And what happens is the movie changed. There's reports that they wanted to make a movie about Adam growing up here. And not knowing all that he knows.
Okay.
So, and then he finds out So it's a very different start. And as a matter of fact, you could do an entire movie with him here, and only at the very end, he reached adulthood and he moves there. Anyways, they started with that, and then the studios, the suits decided that like, no, we want to go in a different route. That's why there's so many writers, because one started or something, then they called someone to rewrite, and then they called someone else to rewrite, and then you have this like a bunch of people writing, and this just got involved. So I thought, no, let's I don't know, let's what Marvel does, and then they did, and ironically with He-Man, all the funny stupid jokes that happen in Marvel, they actually don't happen on the Marvel properties as much on the source material. They do Spider-Man. Spider-Man is kicking
He's
butts,
funny,
getting
yeah.
his butt kicked, and making jokes all the time. But everybody else, 95% of everybody else, that's not the case. With He-Man, it's like the silliness is like, oh, Skeletor is destroying the Eternia, and with this gun that uses the sun. It's like, that's okay. He-Man grabs the moon and blocks the sun, Anyways, so
It can be silly and camp, but it's got to be sincere. Otherwise, it's just dumb.
yeah, but it missed the mark in some points. It's definitely visually well done. He beats the crap out of Skeletor. There's an unrecognizable Jared Leto there, a voice. I don't think that's his body.
Unironically, one of my favorite Jared Leto roles. I thought I thought he was very funny, but in like a good way, and like he does the laugh and.
Yeah, but yeah, Masters of the Universe is not performing well, so I don't know, it might be a streaming hit. I was reading about this movie that sucked. I think it was Dungeons and Dragons. They flopped, but it's doing really well on streaming.
That's because Dungeons and Dragons, I think, was actually a good movie.
And maybe
it did not deserve the flop.
Maybe heavy competition now, so. But we'll see. Masters of the Universe is on theaters everywhere. If you're a fan of He-Man, and if you want some silly jokes, yeah.
Or if you like Queen, because Brian May did the soundtrack, like I said,
he helped.
He helped, but
he helped the composer.
It shows very much, and like that was the perfect soundtrack.
Is the voice him at the end?
I don't know.
Yeah, quick check there while we move to the next one. So we have a number. You have the number for no. Let's check that first. We get to the numbers after we get to this new of this other property. There is silly, but it's dark. It is fun. Came in from one of the minds that brought you.
He's just here as a musician for Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, but the song. Who is that voice? Anyways, it's silly, it's fun, it's funny. From one of the minds that brought Parks and Recreation to us.
Right.
Widow's Bay. We finished the season.
What a ride.
And twisty, dark, weird, who knows, ending.
But also so funny. So funny.
Yeah.
So many times.
And yeah, just to give you a premise, if you didn't see the show, and you should watch, if you like this kind of thing, is about this island in the coast of in the east coast of the United States, and the mayor wants to make that a hot spot. He wants to make the new Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
And but it's a lot of weird people that live there.
Because it's a tiny island.
And there's a lot of weird
in New England
things that happen there. And it gets weird when this former mayor, or what they call guardian of the island, show up and tell you, like, you have... Anyways, it's a very Stephen King-esque journey. Even one of the main characters, this girl, it's like they cast her because she looks like
she looks like Shelley Duvall.
But she's a talented Matthew Rhys, is that
yes
him? Matthew Rhys is amazing.
What an actor, because we just saw him in that Claire Danes one where he's like pure evil, so disturbing. I hate him so much. And in this one, like,
He is
Love this
good.
guy.
Yeah,
He's so
sweet.
good.
He's a chicken. He's scared.
Yeah.
But
then
he's
he
a loving
rises.
father.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's such a great show. Yeah.
It really is. And truly terrifying. Like, to be able to sit for 30 minutes and alternate between, like, deeply terrified and also laughing so much. What good writing.
Yeah. It's Widow's Bay. We finished the season. It ends really well. It was renewed, so we're gonna get back to the island and see what happens. But
And this is the case too. Like, some of these shows we watch, like, we see the first season, like, wow, perfect, and then it gets renewed, and like, the heck are they gonna do next? This one, I'm in. I'm excited. There's a clear path forward.
and they already set
so
up
much potential.
They already set up. They wrote in a good way. They set up what comes next, even if a little bit, right? It's better than some shows that end. The season ends. Oh, that was an interesting journey, and then comes back. I don't know. It's like, wait, I thought you were dead. But
Yeah.
Anyways, Widow's Bay, available on Apple TV Plus. It has Matthew Rhys. It has what's Jimmy James' name?
That's a great question. Let me find out. I did find that singer's name. It's not someone we've ever heard of before. So let's see. We've got Matthew Rhys. We have Kato Flynn. We have
Jimmy James.
Stephen Root.
Stephen Root. And it's good. There's these
Neil
two
Casey,
names,
Jeff Hiller.
but there's new talent. There's so many new talents, and it's a journey.
It really is. It's so
One
funny.
you can watch anytime by yourself. You're not gonna get scared.
No.
Because I'm telling you, there's nothing that they would like keep you awake at night. Come on.
Yeah, there is. It's really effective horror. It is well written. It is scary. So but too, like, some of the horror is just very funny. Like, some of the horrors are like, this is hilarious. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then so this lulls you into this false sense of security. Like, this is a silly horror show. No,
But
it's
is
not.
it has-
Because then they come in with, like, deeply disturbed, like, ugh, scary.
But again, some of the best traditional horror movies, they are so funny. They are so ridiculous. They're funny, and that's something that they use here in a good way to make funny and to make the horror part, right? The slasher thing, right? The guy with a knife running to get the girl.
Well, walking, lumbering.
Yes. That's like Jason and Michael Myers is like so old. This classic it is hilarious, right? You're watching Friday the 13th. It's like the guy and the girl start getting naked. It's like, ooh, they're gonna have sex. They're gonna die. You stupid morons! Why they do that? And then he comes and kills the guy. The girl starts running half naked, like young athletic girl running half naked, and then the guy comes walking, and it's still get her. It's so improbable. It's so impossible. That's hilarious. They do some of that here.
They do.
It's insane fashion. Yeah. But overall, very, very, very fun. Funny. It's maybe a little bit scary if you don't know the use of latex and honey.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, the actual scary stuff here, you don't have monsters. They're very good at creating this, like, unknown dread that plays into, like, deep instinctual
History,
things.
right?
Yeah, like history, but also, like, this dark doorway and, like, a weird sound. Like, it very well written, plays into, like, just instinctual fears. So you have, like, this silly slasher horror that's funny and enjoyable, which says something terrible about us, I'm sure. But then you also have the, like, oh no, actually that's very scary.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I
It'll
should
make
probably just get off this island.
It'll make you afraid to go to the pantry. But anyways, Widow's Bay, available on Apple TV Plus. If you're a fan of the genre, if you're a fan of these people, you should check.
Yeah,
let's go to the news. We have a lot of numbers this week.
We do. So many numbers. So much happening in the box office. So Disclosure Day brought in about $93 million.
Which is a pretty good opening weekend.
Yep. Scary Movie and Masters of the Universe.
That was globally, right? 44,
yeah, that
44,
was global.
44 domestic.
Yeah.
They put a parenthesis there somewhere?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scary Movie and Masters of the Universe are dropping off.
Yeah.
So that's, let's see. Oh, Scary Movie pulled in $105 million for their global opening.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, also
not bad.
yeah.
Obsession is still doing really well. It's the first movie since E.T. to rise 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah. It's been all sorts of records.
Yeah.
We didn't see it. We're most likely not gonna see probably on streaming because there's like summer movies coming and
Yeah, there's so
piling
much
up.
going on.
But yeah, I want to see that Obsession and what's it called? Back rooms. Some of those indie horror
Yeah.
movies. They are causing big numbers and causing. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. The domestic box office hit $1 billion by May without a Marvel film
Yeah.
for the first time.
No Marvel movies yet.
Yeah.
It's like, see, yeah.
And they're still doing so. That's nice to
But
see
it's
things
and then Marvel is coming.
for sure.
So Spider-Man, it could get $1 billion. We'll see.
It could,
Even though this like, I don't know, they are. It's like the new trailers and the old trailers. There's like the Punisher, the Hulk, and there's this mystery. What's it? The red hair girl. I can't remember. Anyway, Sadie Sink.
Yes.
The mystery Sadie Sink character, and there's the villains. You know, and of course the expectation from the previous movie, but the expectation from the previous movies is a double-sided sword because there was the other two Spider-Man in the other movies, so it's like maybe you're gonna see them again. But there's also the possibility that the whole romance failed, and I don't know. But more than anything, there's the fatigue of Marvel movies kind of sucking lately. That
Yeah, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, been a minute. What?
I mean,
What was the last good one? Spider-Man.
yeah, but I mean, it's been a minute since they released a movie.
Yes.
Like for a while, there was just like fatigue period because there were like shows and movies and more shows.
Yeah.
And none of them were very good, and
Yeah.
so
Well, we'll see.
they chilled out.
But you see, it has the potential of going for the big bucks. But we'll see.
Yeah, no, for sure. Even a mediocre Spider-Man movie still does really well, because it's Spider-Man, and we love that guy.
Yeah.
The Odyssey
And the competition is Supergirl. So
yes,
so let's get that.
we will. The Odyssey ticket release, it's causing like delays because with pre-order sites and there's,
It did.
queues
Right when they
yeah.
opened, so it was like crashing and delays and by now it's fixed. But I guess everybody got their tickets for the premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one, despite all the furor and the debates and all the rest, like it's still highly anticipated.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting because Nolan doing the. I mean, there's reports that this is like a superhero movie, you know, and it is a sort of a superhero story, but this is like a superhero
the OG
movie.
Superhero.
Yeah, but it's like it's interesting on how since Oppenheimer, this summer phenomenon with. This one not so much, but the previous one, not really a summer movie, right? Oppenheimer, it's more like a fall movie. It's an adult movie.
Yeah.
It's not like fun and giggles. It's like a real story, an important story. But it went side by side with the summer movie of the day. There was Barbie, so which is
That's right.
interesting that he achieved this Spielberg-esque status of releasing things middle of the summer and people like fighting to get tickets. But
yeah, like you said, so in contrast to that, the Supergirl box office projections are they're going lower. Right now it's worse than The Flash.
Yeah.
Is what they're expecting.
And it keeps going down. I just saw again that it keeps going down. It's like they rewrote the movie. They brought Superman in with hopes that it will help. Not that Superman did perform that great by himself. But there's and of course there's rumors looming Warner Brothers that James Gunn might be at the end of his days there, but we'll see.
We will see. Let's look at sports for a minute. We already mentioned the Knicks winning the championship, and that brought in tons of viewers. By the end, the last game, there's almost 25 million.
Yeah.
And they did a Tonight Show takeover. What was that about?
Yeah, they do that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
They went to the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and did some good numbers for Jimmy.
Yeah, 1.4 million.
I mean, good numbers for Jimmy. It's like tonight the what they call night shows? No, the talk shows. The
late night shows.
The late night shows.
Yeah.
They have things like they celebrating this 1.something million.
1.4 million.
1.4 million. Gutfield averaged 6. So
Eesh.
Yeah, the broadcast network, late night shows are. That's the reason why Colbert was gone, and soon some other people. And the guy before him was James Colbert.
Corden.
And
Yeah.
because they losing money, they cost a lot. They're losing money, poor ratings, and the local affiliates want that spot. They want to.
For sure.
Anyways.
Yeah. All right. Not the only big sporting event though. UFC Freedom 250 knocked out 17 million viewers. So it's Paramount Plus's biggest live event.
It was exclusive on Paramount Plus. A big UFC tournament. It was good. It was well done. It was at the lawn of the White House celebrating 250. Some of the fights were like really intense. The last one was like the guy, the current champion. He got the crap beat out of him. And at some point the referee consulted the doctors because he was like Rocky style. He was saying that I cannot see from my right eye.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and then the doctor, you saw a referee and doctor talking, and the doctor said, and then but the guy said no, I can do it. He convinced the referee that he could keep fighting. So they started another round.
Wow.
And it was like full like glimpses of moments. It seemed like he could do it, but the other guy was like more resistant, more strong, and then ended the round. He goes sit down, and some of his corner guys, someone in his corner, thought the referee is like, no, he can't keep going, because to protect his fighter, right? It's like, I'd rather have him alive and fight another day than get hurt and die here. But it was very, very entertaining.
That's
fight.
intense.
Yeah.
All right.
But also on good news from that camp, the Meta.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Meta announced that they're going to donate a pair of their new like Ray-Ban Meta glasses to 130,000 blind veterans in honor of America 250 and all the rest. And this is like some life-changing technology. There have been a lot of concerns about how these glasses can be used, but for these blind veterans, like it really is that they're talking about like getting their independence back, because these glasses are going to allow them to do things like read documents and identify objects like money and cards and all this other stuff in their hands, and be able to move around a little bit more independently and just like function in society. And a lot of these guys have been blind since like Desert Storm, and so that's really nice to see.
Yeah, that's something really great. Well, that's it for this week. We come back next week with more pop culture news entertainment. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.